They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Trump. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And his kick is good.
Makes this Washington 21. Chargers 7. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him. And they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will. Pressure comes and down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Cooper on the return. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trailed as we get back underway. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
36 on the carry.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And
he fires one. It's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Van Noy on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they try the right side here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Washington first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now this throw caught left side. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a set. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Cooper on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Brady to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
They they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert.
A 27-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
so for Washington.
The win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.